Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Just going to share some links here, and then we'll get going in just a moment. Okay, there we go. How are you guys doing, then? Who we got on the stream today, then? So we got Thrawn, how you doing there? Justin, how are you guys doing? Hello there, Battling Geezer. Watching in the sun, hey? That sounds very nice. Yeah, they seem to have gone to the west. I think that is kind of how it appears at the moment. Now, let's go over here, then. We'll get right back into the game, and obviously we can check things out as we go. Difficult question. Difficult answer to it, really. Really, where have they gone? It seems as if they went to the west. We did sort of see them hanging around New Caledonia, nearer to Bellop Island than they were towards, like, New Mare. It did look as though the force had been split into two as well. And it could make sense considering that we have good search over this side, but we don't really over here. As obviously these forces went up to the north, obviously the battleships went up to the north. So, there's a good... See, there's a very good argument in obviously having the force split in half to cover both. There's also an equally good argument in just having them actually head towards the actual west now. Obviously head directly on towards Brisbane. I suppose the question is going to be, what's going to be his plan? We do have some submarines around here to the south. Now, we do have a little bit of detection over the I-10, but I think that might have come from Coast Watchers, actually. Hello there, Paul. How you doing there, my friend? Yep, so I kind of feel like perhaps we'll go to the west. At least we're going to be on the other side of New Caledonia there. What I'm going to look to do here, then, is this turn actually send additional H6K4s to the actual area. Obviously, the weather isn't particularly great to us at the moment. Well, if we actually take a look over here, then, we can see, yeah, thunderstorms over this way. To the south, there's not really thunderstorms, and over here, overcast. What are we seeing here? Overcast rain over here as well. So it looks like the actual bad weather might have actually covered him. And it would make sense if he's actually headed west. It would make sense that he would obviously be able to potentially elude our search efforts due to this poor weather. So I think he's gone to the northwest there. I think he's gone past Comac. Now, the worry here then is how do we do this? So if we take a look then, I need to look at the actual coral reefs. Yeah, we'd have to go through Bellop Island. Which is all well and good, but there's always that possibility there's a submarine there. It's not a massive, massive issue. I don't think I'd like to give away my position. We are hidden for the time being. Split Kitabutai tried to track down those cruisers and hit Fiji area. We did see some ships around Fiji. See, the common wisdom here is never to split Kitabutai unless it's under specific circumstances. I think it's a case of... I mean, it's a rough one. I mean, there is some... I don't know. I mean, it's like, as you say, split it and head towards, obviously, Fiji. I mean, it could be done, but the thing is, we know there is aircraft over there. Not as many as there would have been over here. Well, of course, but we know there's aircraft. So, Roach, how you doing there, my man? When you bomb Australia, do Sydney first. Yeah, then work back up. I don't know. Yeah, aircraft on Fiji and Pago. He's got 11,000... Yeah, 11,000 tons worth of repair shipyard over here. At Sydney, he has 31,000. Then Melbourne, he has 10,000 there. So if he's going to go anywhere to repair, it is more than likely going to be at Sydney. Does Auckland have any repair shipyards? It has about 16,000 tons of repair shipyard. Now, I think that'd definitely be able to handle the heavy cruisers, and I think this is it. Hello there, Major. Hope you're doing well. I think what we'll do then... I mean... pretty torn on this one, I'm not gonna lie. I think the weather is what's concealing him over here to the north. I think... I mean, then, there could be wisdom in obviously going south as well, but the thing is, if we go south as well... I don't know. I think had he gone south, we would have known about it. So I think what we'll do then is we'll go to where he'll actually be heading, which is more than likely going to be Australia. And considering that Brisbane isn't that far away, he's going to head for port. So I think what we're going to do here then... Good money that they went south and hooked around Noumea to the west. See... I'd support that, but we did have our submarines down here. I'm not saying that they're the arbitrators of everything that passes here. Obviously, they're not, like, I wish they were gatekeepers, but they can't stop everything. But I think we might have had some sort of suggestion here. South past Noumea to Norfolk Island, then hook west to Sydney, gets you out of nav search range. Okay. So, Norfolk Island and then up back to Brisbane. Okay, I can work with that. Yeah, okay, I can work with that. At least then we're not funneled through Bellop Island. We're undetected at the moment, so yep, I can work with that. Okay. Yeah, that's very true as well. Let's see here. Yep, so let's take a look at the actual sea. Right, Deep Ocean is obviously where we want to be sticking towards. Well, I say that obviously shallow is going to be better for the submarines. I don't think he has any submarine... Well, then again, I don't know if he has any submarines, but I'm going to say he probably doesn't. I think what we'll do then is we'll hook around as... we could make it to about here, actually. Or maybe about that sort of position there. We'll go ahead and try that. Right then. So what sort of pathing would they take if they went like that? Right, so that would take us right past Noumea. What I'm going to do is actually avoid that. I'm going to go a little bit further south. The reason being I'd like to try and avoid coast watchers, that would be it. I think that'll work out. So we would then be not too far away. Obviously, we could continue on our sort of course down here to Norfolk Island. We could potentially go even further to the south here, which might be a better idea. I think this might be a better idea. We'll go a little bit further. We'll go a little bit further towards Norfolk Island. I'm going to say about there. Right. Hello, my favorite Chinese person, but I forget the name of because you have Chinese characters. How you doing there, my friend? How's China? How have you not been arrested yet? I'm glad to see you doing well, man. Always cool having you here. So there, Harkon. If I remember correctly, we saw the Force at least one time during the combat replay. Yeah, we did. You're still going through bases with that. With this one, it should be okay. We're going to go past bases. So, actually, we'll go a little bit further south. Little bit further then. We'll try and avoid all the islands if we can do. And we are right by one here at the moment, which makes it a little bit awkward. I have no idea what that's... Yep, okay. Let's see. Right. Let's just set your destination as down here then. How's that going to look? Yeah, that's how I should expect it to look. That's good, man. I realised that was a bit of a dark joke. Okay, there we go. That's looking a lot better now. Tell them to linger down there. Right, so we'll just have them practically head directly south. We good news about this is whatever he had over here might be moving down this way. Yeah. Let's bring up the actual drawing tool over here. That'll make it a little bit easier. Yeah, it is better. I agree on that one. Okay, so the last time we saw him, he was around about this sort of area, which is rather intriguing, actually. So we saw him previously, well, at the end of the resolution, we saw him about there, didn't we? And so then it looks as though he'd moved down here. I think the main point is obviously, yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense, so yep. I can imagine he's then gone around. So that does make sense. I think this positioning here, he could have potentially gone through Bellop Island. But I think had he gone through that sort of straight there, we probably would have picked up on him with the actual battleships and the cruiser force that was there. So it seems as if he's actually headed directly south. I think this is it. I think I got caught up in this position here and assumed that they'd started there, but in fact they'd actually moved south there. So then he's obviously moved around there. So yeah, if we go ahead and continue to move south. So we'll move on towards Norfolk Island. I'm very... I don't know, I'd be kind of tempted to maybe send some sort of fast transport down that way. I think what we'll do then is when we pass the area, depending on what happens here, but maybe if we get... I don't know. The thing is, we'll run our reconnaissance, so I think we'll run our reconnaissance potentially over New Mare. I think we'll run our reconnaissance over Norfolk, but then again, if we do that, we are giving our position away, so we'll see. I think it's one of those where he knows that Kitabutai's in the area, so I mean, that one's not exactly a secret, is it? I suppose we'll just try and hide them to a degree. And if we head down here towards Norfolk Island, he may then believe that we're heading towards New Zealand, so that's always a benefit. Horizon. Oh, you're at the hospital, dude. Oh, man. I hope you're alright, my dude. Oh, wow. And keep us updated, Horizon. Hopefully everything's gonna be okay, my man. I suppose the way to think about it is you're in the best place, you know. You'd be much better off there than anyone else there. So do keep us posted, man, and hope everything's okay. Yeah, it's a really good drawing tool, isn't it? Really good. Really makes things a lot easier to understand sometimes. Okay. So, we'll go ahead and take a look at this then. So, yep, they're going to head about there. Yeah, that'll be fine. So, they'll be there tomorrow. More than likely there. I think probably either there or there. But around about this position here. So then the day after, we could be around about Norfolk Island. But from this position over here, out of range of Nardi, which is good news. Obviously, he's going to be unable to really do anything against us. We'll still be within range of New Mare, so I can actually have some of the Jakes actually take a look at that. Though, I don't know. We're going to have some more H6K4s over here. I love it when you divine my intentions based on my suggestions. You have it exactly. Norfolk looks like a beeline for New Zealand, then you cut west and slam on... Well, yeah, Australia, definitely. I mean, we do have an added advantage in the fact that we did hit and destroy the Chattanooga over here. So he knows that we know there's ships over here. He knows that we are aware of activity around Fiji. He might believe then as... I don't know, he's not going to know how much we know. Now, we were really, really lucky in the fact that we did see this force over here. That's given us a good idea of where they're going. So, yeah, we'll assume his force is going to head like this. So, if we continue down this way, unless we actually pick up the cruiser force on the way over, i.e. attack them, he's going to think, okay, well, he might believe that they're actually heading to New Zealand. So... ideally, he has nobody... Yeah, as long as we don't go near the island, i.e. like, we just stay around the island, stay away from the coastline, we could then potentially head like this. So even if he's got a day's head start, ideally he doesn't know that we're actually shadowing him. Yeah, and then when he arrives in port, we arrive the day after. Could be something like that. Oh man. I hope you're alright there, Horizon. I hope you get better, my man. Don't waste your ammunition on Numair. Yeah, we're not going to use any ammunition on Numair. We don't need run reconnaissance. That's about it. Hello there, George Kilgore. That's a cool name, by the way. USCRG, just want to say I'm rooting for you, man. This is an excellent series. Ah, thanks, man. I'm really glad that you got into the game as well. I mean, I'm working on a base save as well myself, which is going to take me a while because I'm... It's good though doing it, just because it's like, obviously I'm going to learn, it's going to reinforce lessons. But I'm working on a save at the moment where it's like basically everything's set up for a Japanese turn 1, for a play-by-email game, so people can get straight into the game. But yeah, I'm glad that you say that you enjoyed the series. I mean, this is it. It's like, from the point of view of a veteran, it'd be a train wreck at the start. I'm hoping it is getting slowly, agonizingly slowly better. Sure, he isn't just luring your carriers away. Potentially so, but I suppose, I mean, that's a good point to bear in mind. I mean, we're going to have a look at actually transferring some more H6K4s over to Luganville. Obviously, they can continue to run. So at least that's going to give us vastly more naval search in this area, and it's all about increasing that naval search. If we can get the drop on him before he gets the drop on us, that'd be really good. But I mean, there's always a possibility that something is moving this way. I mean, let's take a look at the sort of timetable here, then. Let's sort of go over a rough timetable. Right, so... He hit Tarawa. Well, he hit it from about there. That's even much worse. Thanks, Meiji. You made me feel better about myself. Okay. Right then. So, we saw him around here, didn't we? How many days has it been since he hit Tarawa? What day did he hit them? I think he hit them, was it the 2nd of January? Oh wow, that would be harsh, losing Kitabuta on December 8th. That, can you imagine if that had happened in real life? Japan would have been like, well, our sailors went rogue, it seems. I'm gonna say something around about the 2nd of January, maybe the 3rd of January, somewhere around that sort of time frame. So what I'm thinking here then is, let's see. So we last saw him here, so he remained here about 2 days, didn't he? Then he left. Now, we did have an indication of American aircraft around about this point. The last time, well, the only time that we've seen American carrier activity since has been over here. And it did seem like a very quick jump over to the north, which he could have potentially done. But then again, we saw only like one squadron at F4, F3s, and we saw maybe 2 squadrons worth of SBD-3s, which I think is in definitely within the realms of possibility for the American carriers. So maybe, and the most important thing is we've seen a much smaller force over here, much smaller force. So perhaps... I mean, this is it. It's like we don't have any real search out this way, do we? We did see activity around Palmyra, which has since shut down. And we did see tankers around Palmyra, didn't we? Supposedly tankers around Palmyra. Perhaps they could have been oilers, they might have well just been tankers themselves. I don't know what's at Palmyra. We did see ships there in a task force last turn, and we haven't seen it again this turn. Maybe that force heads out to join them, around about somewhere in this sort of region. We've also seen aircraft being transferred from Pago Pago over to Fiji. So maybe... Or yeah, maybe. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that this could be a potential plan. I mean, the one that I really am terrified of is the fact that he just heads bloody north. Like, that would be scary. But I think this one could maybe make sense. So let's say... maybe something like that. Of course, there could always be the possibility that he heads directly on towards Luganville. Maybe. Hello there, Keith. How you doing there, my friend? So what I'm going to say is, I think it is going to be pretty essential just to increase the amount of naval search over here. Now, the good news is Kitabutai is never going to be far away from this area. But obviously, if we could try and increase the amount of naval search in this area, then at least we have that going for us. Ideally, we can try and get some early detection over him. I mean, the thing is, it's like, if we could get an idea of an American carrier force coming up to the Kurils, I mean, he could do a lot of damage. If he hits my actual forces up there, i.e. the actual cargo ships, it'd be painful. It would be painful. I mean, yeah, you are right. I mean, this is quite a while. I wish I had an actual idea of a date. I mean, he might be moving at, what, 8 hexes per turn? So 4 per phase. I mean, it could make sense. I mean, we've not seen any activity in this area for a good long while. And then all of a sudden we see... I mean, we saw a second force out here as well. Right, I-125. Well, 25. So, 133, 163. Let's go ahead and take a look at the operations report. Yeah, do a little raid making yourself feel good. I like that. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Bear Major. It would be painful, but not the end of the world. I mean, this is it. If we could get some actual prior detection, then we could significantly... Motor Gunboat 5 hits Reef at 132, 115? Is that a Talama? Quadrillion? Oh, you stupid son of a bitch. Grounding. Oh, that's bloody genius, isn't it? So, our gunboat over here somehow manages to ground himself. That's pretty exceptional. That is pretty goddamn exceptional. Well done there, G5. Well bloody done. You got major damage as well, so well bloody done. Not that it particularly matters because you can't even go out there anyhow, so just dock and disband you. Desperately need fuel out here for it to do anything. We're running low here. I mean, these guys could share the fuel out. We'll get fuel back here one day. American subs over here. I noticed the fact that he seems to be using them in pairs, which is really quite interesting. He might be looking for something like a 1-2 punch, really. If you really want to lock that back door, send patrol boats to make a picket line north of Marcus Island. Yeah, that'd be very good. Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? So, I know you can choose how many aircraft the economy can produce, but can you do anything else, like building tanks and ships? When it comes to, like, tanks and ships, yeah... Ships you can influence, you can say, like, okay, don't produce this ship, or, okay, accelerate the construction of this ship, but you can't choose to build more if you get me. You only have what you have. You should send the Sasebo KU-T2 to Hokkaido. That'd be a good idea. Okay. Would that be a H6K4 or would that be the G4M1s? I'll go to ground-based aircraft. I think I just saw it then as well. Yeah, that one okay. Kagoshima. Okay, we'll transfer them. I was going to double check the actual aviation support at this base over here before we send them. 24 is available, 5 required. It is on the rail line, so that's not too bad. Okay, we'll go ahead and transfer them out in greater strength then to Hokkaido. So send them to the base of Bihoro. Yeah, it would. Oh god, it'd be amazing. Oh, I sent the Yokosuka, didn't I? My bad. Okay. I'm just going to quickly reload here, considering that we've not done anything else on that. All we need to do is just... fuck, I've just saved it, haven't I? Good job I make backup saves, because I'm actually not thinking about what I'm doing here. Really good job. This is why I make backups, so I don't frickin' destroy myself. There we go. Right, there we go. Really good job that I didn't do anything else, and Jesus, it's been 26 minutes and I've only moved one thing. That's so goddamn typical. Okay, well, this is going to quickly repeat the shaming of the G5. You can also transport the 11th Air Flotilla Yokohama to Hokkaido for additional aviation support. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good idea, actually. That would be a good idea. I think we discussed actually having it sent over there, or something to sent over there, like additional engineers. But yeah, having the actual Air Flotilla shift would be a good idea. Yeah, Yokohama. Then we'll move the Sasebo. Seems THG likes hitting places that are lightly defended, low risk carriers. Yeah, I think this is it. And I think if we actually move south in strength, I'll have them shifted over to Ominato. Well, and I could have them air transported over to Hokkaido. I think we might actually have some transport aircraft within Japan, to be fair. Okay, they're not ready yet. So that power jump? Yep, we'll go over that one in just a minute. You know, I thought that we actually had something in Japan itself, but it seems not. No, okay. Not an issue. They need to be air transported. Okay. That's fine, Ben. So we do have the G4M1s over here. They're training. Need them to train, obviously. Hello there, Carl. Right, we'll grab the Sasebo. We'll have the Sasebo moved here to Ominato, and then they can transport the 11th Air Flotilla over to Bihoro. Then obviously they can transfer over themselves. Right, here they are. So we'll have them shifted over there. The ones that can't fly will be moved via the actual rail system. Okay, troop transport. Oh, of course, they're not even here yet. Okay, that's fine. How are the actual aircraft looking? Not terrible, but what I'll do here then for the time being is we'll run about 60-40 on the search. Yeah, we're running a normal radius, so that's fine. Yep, at least that'll actually help us out here at this moment in time. Okay. So how important is taking China in the game, really? I mean, there's a lot to be gained there. Yeah, there's major stage you free up massive numbers of troops, aircraft, engineers, and aviation support. Right, so our movements with Kidabutai. We are moving directly south. Now, as we were discussing not too long ago actually, if there is potential for THG to move his carriers in this area, I think the thing he's going to expect most of all is potentially a direct movement towards Australia. If we hook around and obviously head towards Australia in an indirect method, the best case scenario is he believes that we might be heading down here to New Zealand. He may also believe that we're swinging around to Fiji. I mean, I don't know what sort of timetable we could be looking at here. I don't think his carriers would move through here because he knows that I do have control of Funafuti. I don't have amazing surge capacity out there, but at least there is surge capacity. So, and it's not really to his advantage. He'd be better off actually moving along the actual string of bases, obviously picking up fuel, picking up whatever the hell he wants. Possibly even additional warships, that sort of thing. At least that's what I'm gonna hope for. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right. We'll go with that. There's every chance that we might find them around here in Noumea. If we don't find them around here, we'll more than likely find them along Australia's ports. Well, this is it. If he heads over here to Australia, he's really somewhat boxed himself in here. Joropine, indeed. Right. And I think with this sort of possibility, what we're going to do is actually look at what we have over here. So these forces are unloading. Yeah, these ships are unloading. How many men are aboard here? I think the question is, like, how many ships can I actually dock? Right, 6,000 tons. Yeah, they're definitely not going to fit. Yeah, we're going to go south, and then we're going to hook around to Australia anyhow. Sakamaru here. I'm really not a massive fan of these American submarines moving in. They're going to be here next turn, which is bloody awful. We went so many days without actually suffering American submarine worries. I mean, ideally we'll have enough ASW here to deal with that. I think really whatever we do have, potentially put it to that use. Now the question is going to be, could we actually... You do have mines. I think I'm going to look at mine in Luganville. I think might be a decent idea, at least then we do have a something of a protection against submarines. I know we don't get a huge amount of mines, but I think mine in Luganville for the time being, if we're able to do so, and then obviously we'll look towards mining Noumea in the future. I don't even know about Noumea. I think Noumea is a position where it could look after itself. But I think Luganville here for the time being is in a very precarious position. What the hell's the actual cruiser mine layer? Am I just completely blind, or is it actually not a cruiser mine layer? Okay, that's strange. Right, okay. Might be due to the fact that they have troops aboard here. That might be why. Hello there, Rez. How you doing there, my friend? Right, how much fuel do you have? We refueled not too long ago. Kidabutai doesn't have a huge amount of fuel, but we do have 34,000 units of fuel only like a day away. We're going to be moving south, and then we're going to be moving towards Sydney, and then, yeah, the major Australian cities will bomb those. Yeah, I think it's due to the fact that they're actually, well, he's actually unloading forces over here. I think we'll look at what we have available then. We're going to cancel the unloading process, so let's see here. Yeah, we still got that fuel here as well. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it worth it to move ships out of here? I mean, what can I put together for an ASW task force? Okay. I'm gonna break off the... yeah. Katori, she's gonna head to truck herself. If need be, she can actually head to Tulagi first. We'll have her head towards Tulagi then. She's making 10 knots, and not exactly the fastest pace there ever. What reinforcements delay, if any, do you have in this game? I don't think there's any reinforcement delay, so things should arrive on the date that they should. Well, at least I don't think there's any sort of delay. Whatever vanilla is, really. There's actually a bunch of provisional fighter squadrons that are due to arrive in Brisbane around this time. And that's good then. I mean, this is it. If we can actually get... well, if he throws them up into the skies and we shoot them down with Kidabutai Zeros, that'll be quite good. Yeah. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? I suppose we do run the risk of him, well, hitting our forces here. The issue I'm worried about is... I don't know, it's a difficult one here. It is difficult. We might wait until next turn when we've had the cruiser Mylea unsaddled from carrying those troops. She could then put down the mines at Luganville. It's a difficult choice, I'm not gonna lie. I could even take potentially some escorts out from here. Granted, they're low in ammunition, but of course they still have their depth charges. I mean, I could dock them up. I mean, we do have 2 damage patrol boats over here. Like, granted, they are damaged, but at least they still have their depth charges. Their speed's, I think it's dropped a little bit, but they're still usable. Okay, see you soon there, Major. Okay, we'll take a look at this then. Indeed, don't lose the war. I mean, I've been trying to quite hard. Yeah, ideally the Brisbane Turkish That'd be rather intriguing. Issue is we've got forces already here that need to unload. Oh, they all arrived damaged. That's really good. Well, I mean, if we actually do see those aircraft on the airfield, we could potentially hit the airfield then and try and wipe them out. I don't think that'd actually happen, but at least it's a possibility to consider. Okay. So, I'm gonna get these ships out of here. I mean, I made this mistake in the past, haven't I? Whatever, I left them in port and then they've been annihilated. So we'll take what's in port and get it moving. We don't have to go too far. And obviously we can always come back. Leave behind. Yeah, see Sugaru. 13 guns yet to unload. Okay, 281 will merge with Task Force 70. Can I suggest finding your best sub-hunters for your sub-chasers? I want to see what kind of ASW we can do near Japan. I mean, the thing is, Japanese ASW is always going to be less than stellar. Right, Kashima Maru. So 135 merges into 70. So Arabia Maru moves into 70. It wouldn't be a bad idea to obviously get our forces over to Lagi. Right. 2 hexes per day. 3 hexes per day. What we'll do then is we'll take a tolling inside the actual force here as well. At least it is additional security for the force, additional security for Katori. They'll make, yeah, 2 hexes. Still a few men to be unloaded there. Perfect, yeah. You know what I mean there, Martin. I've got to get out of that habit, haven't I? Right. So that's Task Force 2A1. Oh, this is... Right, okay, that's why it's an amphibious force here. Can I... No, I can only have it in amphibious. Right, so we'll have them head over to Tulagi. Can you still detect that cruiser raid fleet? What is its current location? We can detect it if we find it. I know that's not exactly the most poetic thing to say. But we'll see what happens. We know he's going to be going somewhere nearby anyway. It's not like there's a lot of options on that front, really. Okay. Shame about this being amphibious. Okay, so this is transport. Right. We'll take everything. I think it's better that we do this rather than wait around. Even if it's unloading, we'll tell it to stop unloading this turn. I think it's better they survive than come back, than obviously go down. I mean, he's going to obviously know that we've got ships over here at Luganville, so if we get them moving now, we can obviously get them back in, and once the coast is clear, really. When will you reorganize the whole fleet? I mean, it's one of these of, we can do it as time progresses, really. So I'm going to say it's one of those as time progresses, we'll go through it. I suppose I'll take along the 2 damaged patrol boats. Right, so what do we have in this force then? What I'm going to do then is... Okay. You've still got quite a few forces in there, haven't you? I'll leave the patrol boat in that. Well, I'll leave one of the destroyers in there then. There's something to be said for actually bringing along the, I don't know, I think what we might do then is, perhaps we leave behind the destroyers. Considering the fact that, it's like having a Formula 1 car escorting a transit van, you know what I mean? Maybe we just bring along the actual patrol boats, leave the destroyers here, obviously they're going to act as escort for the heavy cruisers that is here, and I'd imagine they'd be more capable at destroying these submarines than the actual patrol boats. And patrol boats, obviously slow speed, they can move with the convoy. So I think we'll do that. I think we'll go with that then. Something like that. But I'll take the destroy minesweepers. Okay. Is there a sizable port in Fiji? I mean, he might be going there, but if he goes there, it's not worth chasing him. We'll end up catching up with him sooner or later. Right, we've got Kotori, 4 patrol boats, 2 minesweepers here. Okay, so we transfer an additional 3 destroyers into this force here, into the Luganville cover force. Did the Fiji cover force take any significant damage? I mean, they've taken damage. I mean, some of them more significant than others. A few of them will be in repair for a while, but we haven't lost any of them from the actual Fiji cover force, so that's all good news. But yeah, what do you guys reckon then? So we'd leave behind a heavy cruiser with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destroyers over here. Oh, so they do have the float planes. Yeah, you're gonna head to Tulagi. We'll head for Tulagi. I'll move the Oilers back to Tulagi as well. At least then we can actually reorganize. Yeah, Aoba certainly didn't. Damn right. I know what you mean there, George. Okay, cancel unloading. Get the hell out. Low and low. Yeah, I think it was Nagato took a few hits. I mean, this is it. It's like, they were heavy cruisers at the end of the day. I suppose they did land some good hits. I suppose at the end of the day, there's always weaknesses, isn't there? It is surprising, though. But then again, I suppose the range was quite shallow, really, quite short. And if they mass their fire on one of the BBs, then I suppose eventually they'll get through. Right then. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here then. So everything's going to be moving then towards the north. Obviously we'll have escorts over here. I mean, it could be that we even potentially have this force move alongside them. So this is obviously the Fiji cover force, and we'll name it as such. It is an honor after all. Fiji cover force. Yeah, remember to mine Luganville or Tulagi in order to not get ambushed by ships or subs. And this is it, we do have a cruiser mine layer over here. I think what I might do is leave behind the cruiser mine layer. Well, I think he could probably actually dock. He might be able to dock then. Let's take a look. Yeah, he could dock. It actually gives an additional search craft then as well, which is going to be good. Okay. Suguru. Such a Japanese name, isn't it? Like, Suguru. Okay, tell him to dock, so he's going to be... possibly... He's not going to be safe, but he's going to be safer. Right, he can unload the troops here. Durability is 17. Release this one ship, you know what I mean? It's not like a whole bunch of them. I mean, we do have 150 on board here, but we can put down a couple mines. But it wouldn't be a bad idea. At least we do have an additional search plane here as well. So I'll have you set to night search. I'll place you down at 100 feet, ideally. Mine help out. Okay. Yep, so everything else can move out. And it's going to mean that the 61st Naval Guard is somewhat separated, but we can always pick them up in the future. And there's obviously, I mean, this is it, obviously there's 4th Infantry Regiment over here. I mean, there is this unit of Japanese aviation engineers. It would have been obviously good there. But I think if we give them a bloody nose over here, then obviously we can build up. At the end of the day, we can always have the forces get themselves ready over here at Tulagi. I mean, considering that we do have the tanks over here as well, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, so I think what we'll do here then is we'll tell them to head over here into Tulagi itself. Now, they are carrying some supply as well, which is going to be good for Tulagi. Yeah, so we'll get everything reorganized. So we've got the 7th Naval Construction over here on board the Saigon Maru. There's a whole bunch of engineers. Size 1 port. See, now the issue is due to the actual size of the port, obviously it's going to cause some issues. Disruption is 25. They might be going to New Zealand too instead of Fiji or Australia. Might want to change them. Well, we're going to be heading directly south. So Kiributai is going to be heading directly south towards Norfolk Island and towards New Zealand anyhow. So if we pick them up there, then yeah, we'll pick them up there. Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, then what needs to go on towards truck and go then on towards truck. Yeah, we'll get things sorted out. I think we'll have it sorted out here. And I don't have to unload the actual tanks. There's also 2 submarines here as well. Okay, head into Tulagi, but do not unload then for the time being. What I'm going to do here then is I'm going to grab the Saigon Maru. Yeah, we'll grab the Saigon Maru. So what we'll do then is we'll have the Saigon Maru carry on towards Luganville. There we go. So they're going to head in there. We'll decide... I don't know, what do you guys reckon to unload them? We could unload them, but I don't think it's worthwhile. So we'll tell them just to stay there. I'll set their home port to Tulagi for the time being. Oilers are heading back. That force is heading by Tulagi anyhow. These 2 AMCs. Now then. Are they detected? They remain here undetected? Okay. Yeah, but I step on the gas whatever the case. I like that. Gas, gas, gas. Right. A lot of them are in repair here, aren't they? Yeah, I was just thinking of that. Well over. Definitely not good. Really, really need to get additional support here. Hello there, Flint. How you doing there, my man? Okay, so the best thing we can do here then is actually transfer these aircraft away. Oh, they're both serviceable now. That's good then. Right, they're going to be transferred down to Luganville. That's very good. Oh, the one on Wake is now ready too. Fantastic. All coming up Millhouse. Right, Roinema. Right. How are the aircraft looking? How the pilots looking? What we'll do here then is put that down to 30. And I guess we'll go with 70% combat damage patrol. I might leave, yeah, we might leave another 20% there just free. There's that idea of just training them as well. Might be worth them to train. Aye. I think, I don't know. There's not a lot of fatigue on the actual squadron in total. I think we'll go 50, well, we might even go 70-30. Yeah, I think we'll go for that, but at least that's obviously going to keep them training. They'll have some rest in here as well. I don't think we need to run combat air patrol, but we haven't had any sort of indication of American carriers over here. I don't think he'd come back. Famous last words. Yeah, fuel issue over here. It looks like for the most part he might be pulling out of this area, as far as I can tell. Run day ops. Yeah, more than likely. Hard to be sure. Right. So the L3Y2s were transporting the naval headquarters. .24 aviation support over here, but there's actually an airfield. Supply as well. I might transfer one of the squadrons over to Niwatok. A little bit over, but they'll be alright. How does that affect the levels of Roinema? Better. Issue is these bad boys. Right, what squadron do we have down there? Okay, we have these guys down there at Luganville. So it's going to be this squadron then, so the Toko. And it's a bloody shame, obviously, due to the fact that they're so spread out. Yeah, thanks, Joe. You say that, SCT. You say that. Oh, you're talking about those at Niwatok. Yeah, that's fine. It's just to, and this is just for the actual space. I mean, obviously what we're trying to do here is deal with this shoestring budget in the Marshals We don't have we don't have the required amount of aviation support. So what I'm doing here then is sending a squadron out to Inuatok. Obviously these H6K4s we transferred down to Luganville. Trying to just really space things out over here. Okay, A5 M4s. Yeah, there's that Chichijima Special Base Force there. That'd be good to actually move into Roinema. There's a level 2 airfield here, fantastic, okay. Very good, very good. We are picking up the other part of the Special Base Force, which is over here actually. Dock. Pick them up. Verify load. How much supply is over here at Chichijima? I'm going to go between 0 and 62. Load troops only. There we go. Okay. So you're going to load those bad boys. Then you're going to head down there to Roinema with the Chichijima Special Base Force. So the troops here... Interesting. Well, still more support than we had elsewhere. Right, I'm gonna bugger that with the qualifications. Just if that, see, I'd love to know if focusing on more than one. And this is it. It's like it would obviously be a waste of supplies. Bugger it. We'll just, I'd like it to be that it obviously focuses them on one thing. I'm gonna say probably will do, but we'll see what happens. Right. What I'm going to say here then is we have 537 naval support at the moment. And what we're trying to do here is transfer this naval headquarters over to Truk. It would be V6, I do believe, naval headquarters that we're trying to get over here. 4th, I should say. So this, yeah, Southeast Area Fleet. Trying to transfer over the 4th Fleet. What I'm going to do here then is we'll take these L3Y2s. I'm going to divide the unit. Okay, yeah, they're going to still keep doing that. They're going to still keep doing that. This particular squadron is going to transfer to Ponape. 2 damage men on the way over. Okay, they're going to transport the Chichijima Special Base Force to Roinema. At least in that way, we'll try and get some additional support over there to Roinema, and yeah, get the Chichijima Special Base Force there if we can do. Transferred out some H6K4s, which is helping us out. So still not a great situation here. I think I might have the other bomber squadron actually signed over here to Truk. I might have these guys. Let's see. I mean, they're running naval attack training. You can see it's actually improving their skills here. I mean, they're pretty good pilots. They're actually pretty damn good pilots. That's good to know. What are we looking at? Looking like a truck for aviation? Yeah, plenty available here. Okay. So what we'll do then is we'll transfer the G4M, the G4Ms, we'll transfer the G3s. They're going to be transferred to Truk over here. Okay. Obviously some of the aircraft are damaged there, but only going to be about 2 days. I could do a little bit of rest. Oh well, bugger it. Right, now Reunemer, we're down to 36 yaps. That's significantly better. Of course, as U401s would choose now. Yeah, but like, we don't want to go. Oh dear. Right, you're within standards. Ooh, one of them's ready. Good, to Luganville you go. So I can't transfer them to the same island. I'm really a little bit confused as to why they're not merging. It is a wee bit confusing here, laddie. Right, but assigned to the 24th Air Flotilla. But due to the 21st Air Flotilla being here, they can actually use torpedoes. What are we looking like in terms of aviation? 119 here, 20 required. And the issue is I don't have an airfield yet, but at least we do have a lot of actual aviation support, so that's pretty good. Missing an aircraft over here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to reduce the rest and just get them transporting them. Again, well, yeah, again, the supplies out there. Your normal range is 20, so that's fine. I could give them some extra reserves. Is this a Bavaldewar? Yep. Get that asses to Luganville. Right. 4 days. So in 4 days we'll have them. Transfer them down to Luganville. Tomorrow you'll be transferred to Luganville. How's your pilot pool and ace situation looking like? Take a look at that in just a moment. Valves are shit. They're alright. Okay, so we've got 1,519 Imperial Japanese Army pilots, 1,584 Imperial Japanese... Oh, sorry, 1,519 Navy, 1,584 Army. They can carry 2 torpedoes. I mean, I wish it was 20 torpedoes, that'd be incredible. Yep, still Kamihira. As long as I'm where? Yep, still Kamihira. Sada, Endo, Kurosawa, Nakajima, Yokohama, and Ishii. Oh, though he was killed in action. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's pretty lucky, my dude. Yeah, it's not as many pilots as we'd like. Oh man, I can't wait to get the D4Ys. They're going to be amazing. Okay. But the good news is over here. I mean, I don't know why this detachment won't combine. It really pisses me off. Maybe we just need to get them all down here, then they'll combine. Hang on a cotton picking minute. I think you're on a different fucking unit, aren't you? Are you? No, the actual squadron's here at Luganville. Wee little bit confused there. Ah, right, okay. Couple days, then they'll be ready. So just rest. Yeah, then they'll have to transfer down to Luganville. Jesus, 102 fatigue. Okay. Right, that works out for me. Bihoro, Aminato, Yokohama, Yokosuka, Roinma, Luganville. Yeah, I'm over here. Four days, okay. Well, ladies and gents. Yeah, I think that is going to be the best we get. So, at the moment, we have 6 active H6K4s. Have 7 tomorrow. That's not bad. It's not bad. And I could transfer some actual reserves into here. Might not be a bad idea. But then again, I don't think they'd be able to have them. Maybe. We'll hold on to them for the time being, maybe. What's up there, Pirate Joe? How you doing, my man? Yeah, so we'll have them patrolling this area. Can you check how long till you get the Yokosuka D4Y? Supposedly arrives in 1943. We might get it like late 42 maybe. Something like that sort of idea. So maybe a little bit earlier. Something around that sort of area. Okay, so this is going to work out a lot better. So at least we're going to have an increased amount of actual search here. What I'm going to do then is save over this one here. So save over 198. I'm just going to open up the tracker to be fair. So ideally that'll load. I think it'll load it from like last turn rather than now. But that's fine. Are there any aircraft in Midway. I mean, there's one Jake. I don't know if he's actually active now, but other than that, that's about it. He has hit the airfield twice. Oh, sorry, the port twice. Yeah, so we're gonna... I suppose the way to look at it, Pirate Joe, is we'll have the D4Y1 Judy in, what, 2020, maybe 2021? So I hope you still like the Judy at that point. And that is a very sobering thing to think about, to say that we're going to... We are literally going to be playing this series years. You guys are going to, like, I don't know. You might have to start thinking of this as, like, some kind of, like, cheap ASMR. You're going to be... You're going to be going to sleep hearing my voice. Fucking cheap ASMR. Oh, shit. I mean, man, if it was an ASMR, I'd be underselling myself here, Jesus Christ. Have you seen how expensive that shit is? I actually looked into it out of morbid curiosity, and it's like the actual microphones that they have for the ears. Like, those sons of bitches I think are about $600, and it's like all these other microphones are like $1,000. It is ridiculous. If you see somebody on Twitch doing ASMR and they've actually got a good mic, then they are making fucking bank, my dudes. There we go, that was a little tangent there for a moment. Fuck, I need to get into ASMR, really. I mean, they're making money. I mean, I'm, unfortunately, without a job here at the moment, so, yeah, that kind of ASMR money would be nice. Papa needs a new pair of, like, vajazzled microphones. Anyhow, moving on from that opening thought. Search arcs. Yep, so obviously that is Wikita Wutai there. See, it does... Yeah, this is probably the area where we've lost him around about here. Well, then again, we could have lost him about here, we could have lost him around about here. I mean, this is actually the range here of the H6K4, I do believe. So, as we build up the amount of H6K4s that we actually have around Luganville, that's going to be amazing. Like, imagine actually having this... I mean, this is it. We're actually going to be able to take a look at these areas, which is going to be amazing. Your sonorous, childlike laughter. Like a lawnmower engine. Oh, I like that one. Fatty made a giggle. Okay. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of the other goings on here. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a H6K4 range. We do have one, well, we have a Jake in Midway, obviously it's not really running. Need a little bit of detection out here as well. Search over here is actually not bad. Obviously, since we activated the, I can't remember what they're called now. Is it the B6 or something like that? Lawnmower engine is generous. So yeah, I had somebody say to me, you sound like Seth Rogen. I'm like, man, I wish I had Seth Rogen's cash. Okay, there's the H6K4s there. Right. Yeah, I think that's the best idea. So obviously as the days go on, we'll transfer additional H6K4s down this way. But at the end of the day, at least if we have 6 active here now, we'll obviously have more in the coming days. We'll have 7 tomorrow, maybe even 8 tomorrow, that sort of thing. Obviously it'd be much better once we get the airfield set up and get more aircraft down here. I've heard more appealing noise from seeing an old tractor startup. Well, I don't know what it's like up there in Scotland, Major. Even though I assumed you're American for the longest time. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at our industry here, then. Actually, take a quick look at devices. Interesting. Ooh, that's interesting to know. Okay. Never actually taken a look at this one. Okay, I was a little bit confused there, thinking, wait a minute, we get, like, heavy tanks? What's the most armoured tank that we get? Fucking thick, is it? It's not even Japanese. That is GFNG. Loving it. Actually, no, I take that back. Type 3 medium tank. Okay, fair enough. What do the Americans get? Out of morbid curiosity. I don't even know what... I think that's going to be the... yeah, that's the IS-3. Joseph Stalin 3. Yeah, IS-2, IS-3, and 26 Persian. ISU 122. Cool. Let's say an IS... interesting. Oh, so that's actually the Joseph Stalin 3. That's... okay, intriguing. Anyhow, onto the industry. Yeah, just going over our sorts of like search arcs at the moment, just obviously seeing what we get in here. By about 642, you should start having more density in search, and it should be fleshed out fully. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Ideally, by the end of 42, we should have a pretty damn effective search network, and that is really what we want here. As a joke, I once tried charging Yamato and Musashi out to the task force with ground and carrier support. Ground support at sea. Yeah, man. That's cool. Okay, we'll take a look at the old chart here. Intriguing. We're actually negative here on heavy industry points. I mean, the first time. I wonder what's eating that up. Supposedly, we're at a fuel surplus here. Supposedly. Obviously, we're not an oil surplus, but it doesn't matter what these surpluses are. They need to actually be in Japan to actually mean anything. That's only... yeah, that's the only time it actually matters. Like, let's take a look over here. I really do need to get the supplies going again into Japan here. Take a look at our history. Actually, you know what? Fucking speaking of that, it's going up. That's good. Fuel's actually going up inside Japan for the first time. That's rather intriguing, man. Is that due to the fact that, I wonder if that fuel is actually a ride from Formosa to Kagoshima. That could be possibly why that influx of oil potentially at a single location. Maybe. Okay. That's nice and encouraging to see there. I do love that we're going to be able to take a look at this throughout the entirety of the campaign and just see the ups and downs. Oh dear. Okay. Kaido. Yeah, there's a lot of resources in Hokkaido. There is oil in northern Borneo. I mean, we want to be securing Balikpapan at some point in the near future. We're going to look to secure Mindanao and then secure that. Manchukuo. Resources building up again. Obviously, it just needs to get to the appropriate areas. China. Okay, aircraft production. I wonder if Japanese Navy captains can ram their ships into the enemy for taking critical damage. What, like a Banzai of the Sea? Okay. Right, the Oscar's clearly outpacing the production of the Zero here at the moment. How are we actually doing on the production of the Nakajima HA-35, to be honest? 35's up there with 237 in the actual pool, that's good to see. Yeah. It would be rather amusing, though, if Musashi did actually have a big old ram on there. That would be kind of cool. And I can imagine that would be pretty... Yeah, if that thing actually hit, that would be... That'd really hurt. That would genuinely, genuinely hurt there. Okay. This is not about modded the Shinyo suicide boats. Surprised them that they're actually not in there. But I suppose they were really like a drop in the ocean. Right. Which engine is it that I need? So the HA-32 then. Yeah, the good news is obviously we're reducing the reliance upon the 32 here. For the 32 we produce 2.6 per day. What is it that the H6K4 uses? The H6K4 uses the 33. There's actually quite a lot of competition for the 33. Yeah, there's not many 33s in there. Okay. See, the thing is, we have 66 G3M2s in there. Do we consider turning off the airframe production of the G3M2? For Jakes, we have 33. I'm somewhat considering turning off the production of the Jake and Nell for the time being. And it's the H6K4 that's actually taking up a lot of those engines. I mean, obviously, we need to outpace the actual usage and obviously, like, produce more. We are getting there. I've looked at creating a modded scenario, one game that made late war for Japan much different. That'd be really intriguing. Think of it this way, Major, if you ever did a mod, then you know I'd really shout the shit out about it. Okay. Citizens, Militia, Emergency Reserve, wow, that's pretty impressive. Right. I don't know. Don't stop the Jake production. Okay. Do we go about stopping H6K4 production? I mean, we have 6 in the actual pool at the moment. That's not bad. You'll use thousands, wow. I think it's one of these things, isn't it, where, Oh, it's not, sorry Red, I was making myself better. It's not like we're not going to ever produce the those actual airframes again. It's just what we're going to do here then is stop the production of the airframes, therefore stop the consumption of those additional engines and try and get it built up a little bit. It wouldn't be a mod in the sense of Reluctant Admiral or such, just most new squads. Yeah, that'd be cool though. Still be pretty cool. Are you going to model in bamboo sticks? Like, what's the armor penetration of a bamboo stick? But again, some of the actual bloody... I mean, what did they call the guys now? I mean, there was... I can't remember what they called them now, but the entire idea of these guys was basically they were trained, or like, quote-unquote, trained in diving suits, diving apparatus. I think they would be given a little bit of food, a little bit of water. Obviously, they'd be told to walk out into the sea, well, the ocean, obviously around beaches that they expected the Americans to be landed at. And then they would wait there underwater with a pole and a explosive charge, like a mine attached to the end of it. And then as the boat was theorized to pass over the top of these divers, they would obviously touch the bottom of the boat with the actual mines. And yeah, explode that, and you can imagine that'd kill them. Yeah, those scuba frog guys, yeah, those are the guys I'm thinking of. So there, Ragha, how you doing there, my friend? A couple thousand assault value, low morale, low experience militia units to be meet good night for the Allied forces in 45 for the downfall landings. That'd be pretty amazing. We are expanding production, like, we're expanding the production of the, all of the engines, really, that we're using. All of them are being expanded. It's just, it's taken a little bit while. Well, a little while. Yeah, well, that's the issue. How much anti-tank value does a guy running a tank with an anti-tank mine? Yeah. I mean, this is it. It's one of these things of where the tank is actually faster for the most part. It depends, really. You have to get close to the tank, really. And turns out the guys in the tank really won't try to allow that. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do here then, I don't start the production of the Jaeger now. Yeah, I was just about to say I'm going to stop the production of the H6K4. I think we can get by with that for the time being. You'll use them up going forward, yeah, you're right about that. I can afford to relent on the H6K4 for the time being, considering that the vast majority of them are there in the field, they just need to be repaired. So we don't really want to compound the issues that we're experiencing out here, at least for the time being. So we're going to airframe production over here. Go to the Mavis, the H6K4, and I'm going to turn off the production here for the time being. There we go. I mean, these bad boys, they have, I believe they're 4-engined aircraft, aren't they? So obviously they use 4 engines per airframe, whereas the G3M2 will use 2 engines per airframe. So for the price of one H6K4, you get 2 G3M2s. For the price of one H6K4, you get 4 Jakes, you know what I mean? It's that sort of, like, economy of scale, really, at this point. Obviously, the H6K4 has vastly more range, whereas the G3M2 is a completely different kind of aircraft. The Japanese realise most of life's problems become much simpler, much easier if you just, yeah, if you can just have a human do it. Yeah, don't make an anti-ship mine be the mine. Unless to say it isn't guided. Crazy, isn't it? Okay, so we've got additional H6K4s over here. Kidabutai is going to head south. We've got our forces that are going to be heading to Tulagi here. Obviously, yep, so you're docked up here. You're going to then begin to lay mines. Can they do that now? Is it just only the amphibious ships? Only the amphibious ship? Yeah, we are increasing the engine production. It's just going to take some time. But at least this is a way around that, trying to alleviate the issues. So formed up one force over here with Luganville, cover force with the destroyers. Obviously, he's going to be more than likely heading here with these submarines. Kotori's going to travel alongside this force over here, at least, and that gives them a search craft. So this is on board Kotori, yeah. Okay. What I'm going to do then, well, we'll have a 50-50, yeah. I can't do much with one pilot. It is what it is. I am what I am. Okay, Tulagi. Well, not Tulagi. Tell them, stay here at Luganville. There we go, you're not going anywhere now. And you're headed to Tulagi. Yep, unloading has been stopped. Okay, that's good news. That's good then, we'll get these guys moving. We're going to have the actual naval engineers, the actual construction unit from Saigon Maru. She's going to continue on her way down here to Luganville. So, ideally what we can do here then is give the... I mean, this is it. Actually, speaking about this force here then, it might be worth our... I don't know, what do you guys reckon? Do we actually pull the Kinagusa out? It might be worthwhile to pull Kinagusa out. Okay, yeah, what I'm going to do here then. So I'm going to put Kinagusa in here. Then what I'm going to do... Yeah, she goes in there. So at least that's actual escort here. So then what I'm going to do here then, considering that we have 7 destroyers, I'm going to split this into 2 groups. So we could have 2 groups of... I don't know. We could have like 1 group of 3 and 1 group of 4, or I could have like 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 1. Might do it like that. Okay, obviously it's not going to be ASW, but we'll form a new one. And then also can tell them to patrol here. Right, there we go. Indeed, Aoba's sister, Kinagusa. Okay. So, patrolling Luganville. Kinabutai is not spotted, thankfully. Yes, it's cruiser division home. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to split this one into 2 groups of 2. That makes a lot more sense. Well, it'd make a lot more sense. Okay, patrol here. Right, okay. Task Force 80. Yep, question. Ideally, I can give you an answer. Yeah, I've actually seen that one there, Major, the Operation Olympic John Tiller. I might take a look at that. The only bloody issue with the John Tiller's games in general is it's like they've never replied to me any of my goddamn emails, which is really irritating. Like, the games are really awesome, and I'd be a hell of a lot more willing to give them a go if they weren't so goddamn expensive. At least I can get something back from Matrix, you know what I mean? They actually replying to my emails. I sound like a spurned girlfriend here, don't I? Like a spurned ex. But I don't know, yeah, it looks pretty good. I might have to give it a go. Can you rearm Aoba without going all the way to track? Not really. Okay. Right, so we're patrolling Luganville here. I think this will work out then. So at least we're going to have 7 destroyers. 3 groups of ASW patrolling this one space. So at least there is a higher chance to actually pick up on the actual submarines there. Suguru, once she's obviously unloaded her SLF, she can then begin to mine the port of Luganville. And that might be what we'll have to do. Drive the enemy submarines out of Luganville. Then obviously we can bring things back. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh dear. But at least we have an actual strong cover force there. I mean, the good news is we've got a lot more in the way of H6Ks now. We managed to find another H6K2 to be transferred down here, so that's going to increase the amount of supplies. No rest here for the time being. Just get the supplies sent over. Should I make sure they're going to go to Comac? Are they going to Comac? Right. 113156. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I suppose we're just dropping them, aren't we? But that's fine, as long as we can get some actual supply here. That's all we need. Now, I do have 70 assault value there. The only issue that I have with potentially launching an attack is I don't really have the supply there. I'd rather do it when we actually had supply. Now, no supply aboard here, annoyingly, but Right, I'm going to give you obviously your objectives set for Comac. Right, the AMCs, I think we'll have them head inside. Though, maybe we'll hold off a day, perhaps? Then again, I don't know, it's one of these. I might hold off for perhaps a day. Well, what I'm going to do here, then, is I'm going to set up... Right, so I'm going to set up a destination at Comac. So what I'm going to do here, then, is use waypoints. I'm going to have them head towards Kiributai to begin with, and then they can head in towards Comac. So the idea being that somebody keeps on moving that way. Also, we'll have the float planes here. But I'm hoping against hope that there's actually not an American task force here. So at least these guys are going to take longer to arrive at Comac. But at least once they do arrive at Comac, they'll traveled closer to Kiributai. So ideally, that'll give them that protection on the way down. But yeah, having additional search over here is going to be very, very handy. Definitely going to be handy. I could put in some additional ones here from the reserve, but I think we need to just get our actual forces up and running. It's not going to be that long before more arrive. So we'll hold on to those reserves until we need them. Okay, now the submarines. We'll have you continue to patrol around here at Noumea. What I'm going to do here then. So new mayor. Something like that, I guess. Okay, what are you doing? So your return to replenish. At least you fought. Okay. Right, so we'll patrol around New Mayor there. I'll patrol around Comac. Fuel's getting a little bit low. So I think I'll just patrol here at Comac. Well, Bellow. We'll patrol 1 hex further. That'll not hurt. Home port of Belugan. We can get fuel down there if we need it. You're heading back here at the moment. Okay. What I'm going to do here then. I'm going to tell you to head towards Bellop Island for the time being. Yeah, so head towards Bellop. But then again, what we'll do here then actually is I'm going to have you head back towards Brisbane. We're going to have you refueled. But if I can try and pick up anything moving over here, then at least we might have a chance. Works well. We've got these submarines actually heading north and from Auckland. So, yeah, there's actually... What do we have here then? So we have I-21, so she's got a float plane. Yeah, so you've got a float plane. I-9 has a float plane. What I'm going to do here, then, is I'm going to tell I-9 to go and, yeah, go to Norfolk Island. At least head that way. So you'll arrive at Norfolk Island. That's good, then. At least we'll have some prior knowledge of what's already over here, then. How many hexes can Kidabutai move? So, they move a total of, I believe how it works is 8, so they'll move 8 in total and then 4 per phase, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, well, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Then again, I think, right, actually, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Right. You can remain off the coast to survive. But what I'll do here then is... I don't know, I'm always like somewhat hesitant that he might be doing something over here at Pagopago. So I think what we need to do here then is patrol this little area here. Yeah, I'll patrol that area there. We obviously did see something moving there. So what I'm going to do here then is grab these submarines. We'll patrol around about this area. After that, we'll then pull back out again. I don't want to have his aircraft being able to just train their experience, well, their naval search experience. Well, their ASW experience, I suppose, would be at my expense. Okay, like that. There we go. Right, Palmyra's not detected anything. Have you go through, well, over the island. You're heading to Palmyra as we speak. Not a huge amount of endurance. You do have a search plane there, and that's the most important thing. Really important. Right, you're heading back. Any ongoing invasion fleets besides the ongoing invasion Caledonia? Oh, we do have the invasion over here at Cagayan. Should actually have additional troops to land there. Yeah, there's loaded supplies here at the moment. But the force is fully loaded up. So we have on board quite a few extra men here. Makuma. Megami. Have them obviously folded in there just in case. Okay. So we're going to have them sent to Cagayan as well. I think we'll focus on breaking him at Cagayan. We were very lucky actually in the fact that obviously last turn at Cagayan he did attack and we just reinforced. So we'll continue there. The thing obviously we're going to need here at Cagayan is obviously the supply. Extra troops would not hurt, but the supply is what we need. So we've got 108 assault value here at the moment. So what I'm going to do here then is continue to hold... Yeah, continue to hold here for them. Bloody hell, he's a bad commander. Kawasaki. Rizuku. Ryuzaki. Ryuzaki. Yeah, so continue to hold here. So currently you're set for Palembang, but I'm gonna... nah. Babeldoir, I'm gonna have them planned for Balikpapan. I mean, they do say, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. I was trying to think then, how can I, like, prepare for the base you want, not the base you have? And that kind of works, yeah, we'll go with that one. Something of that sort of nature. Okay. So, that's good then. So we'll ideally have enough troops over here in Cagayan. We'll have one more day then of unloading here. Yeah, the headquarters are actually set for Luoyang. We'll double check that in just a moment there, Infinite. But we'll, yeah, should be right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get some supply in here. We have more than enough supply, to be honest. I'm just going to get some additional supply in here. And, yeah. Should have reinforcements within... maybe even within the day. We'll see on that one. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Possibly, possibly. But yeah, we'll wait for reinforcements. Well, I mean, reinforcements will arrive, which would be good, but we'll wait for the supply to actually make it into the port here at Cagayan. Now, we do have Baby Kidabutai over here. They're going... I mean, they could obviously move quite far here if we wanted them. Indeed, it's gone online. Okay. I'm pretty tempted to have them obviously make their way back to Kamran Bay, as this general area so we can pick up the escort carriers and the BBs perhaps, and decide what we're going to do there, but mainly to rearm. I think what we might do here then is keep the Singapore Express here, just for the time being. We know there was a light cruiser and destroyer over this way. We also know there's aircraft over here, which is rather intriguing. At least from this position here, what we're looking at. Well, it's deep ocean, so it's not particularly amazing for me. They are undetected here at the moment. There's a patrol craft over here. We did see that light cruiser destroyer. We haven't seen it go this way as far as I'm aware. So we'll move the actual Singapore Express this way on the off chance that maybe he's moving that craft up this way. We'll see. Right, you do have Chokai, Myoko, Nachi, Kumano. It's a fairly effective force there. Now, I don't need to move too far this turn anyhow, so what I'm going to do here then is replenish at sea, and yeah, spread that loving. Reduces the range, but that's fine. We're still going to make it to where we need to be. Right, this force is heading to truck. 14,000 years of fuel there. I'm going to keep that fuel over there to Papaldo up. I tell them to replenish at sea. Reduces their, well, the distance they can cover there by a small degree, but that's not too bad. Yeah. Still waiting on the rest of the 56, so that's fine. So the 56 will be able to unload this turn. Right, you're heading in there to refuel. We should have another submarine over here ready to go out. Sub-patrol. I-174. Okay. Good amount of speed there, good amount of endurance. So what we'll do then is... I'm going to have you patrol around the Torres Strait area. Initially, obviously we'll decide what we want to do with her as time goes on. How are we doing on mines here? Right, 299, that's more than enough. Okay. Tell you to dock up. How are the light cruisers looking? Really tempted to actually have that aircraft upgraded. Wouldn't be a bad idea. But how are they doing in terms of actual damage? If there's any. A little bit of system, a little bit of engine. E-class is an escort. Yeah, it's really like overdue that we're looking for. But yep, nothing there to report on. A water maroon. Show me China Expeditionary Army, Army Headquarters in Hex, and Troop in Hex. Okay. Yeah, that we're fine for the time being. They don't really need to do anything, so they're just docked up anyhow. Okay. So the army in Hex, so the headquarters in Hex is the 12th Army, which is assigned to Luoyang. There's another headquarters over here, which is the 6th Army, which is moving for the time being. Not yet, but that's also assigned to Luoyang. I mean, not, well, it's a core headquarters, but still within the one Hex. China Expeditionary. Nanking. Targeted at Luoyang. So as far as I'm aware, I think they're all targeted at Luoyang. The divisions have quite a lot of fatigue and disruption here. That's surprising. There's a fair amount of fatigue there. I mean, is it perhaps better that we wait, perhaps, well, maybe a day here? It might be due to the fatigue and disruption that the divisions didn't do too well there. Might be worthwhile giving them maybe a day or two to rest, perhaps. I suppose the issue is obviously that force is then going to move out, but if we fight one battle and take the city, I can deal with that. We'll see. But then again, is it... I don't know, I might be able to get away with a deliberate... I just don't want to take a lot of unnecessary losses due to the impaired function of our forces here, really. It's not that bad? Yeah. I suppose we do have a lot of support, don't we? Do have a headquarters nearby as well. We've knocked down the fortifications by one level, and obviously he did suffer there. So I think we'll go ahead and... I guess we'll go for one more deliberate attack then, perhaps. He's not going to be in the Hex that long anyhow. We'll see. But you have at least two that are not Luoyang. I think he's been moving. He was moving the day before we arrived, so I think he's been moving 3 days. Give it a day. Okay. I can get behind that. Troops and Hags. I think they're all given different targets. Oh no, at target, at target, at target. Piping. A lot of them are assigned to 3rd Army. I'll go tell 3rd Army to target here then. That might have been why, actually. Target Luoyang. Maybe we move this headquarters into... might be worthwhile doing, actually. I'll have it shifted to Chengchao. It's not doing any good over here in Manchuria. Yeah, do not even bombard, okay. That's fine by me. It gives them some time to actually genuinely rest. I mean, they've got the headquarters here as well, so they'll recover much faster. How are they support-wise? A little bit under. Okay. Oh, good to see that Eber's gained some experience. Right, 13th Division's here. 12th and 15th. Yeah. Right, they've got all set to target, that's good, man. Okay, what do I have over here then? So I've got 13th Division, I've got the 1st Independent Mixed Brigade, the 18th Independent Mixed Brigade, 2 Independent Engineer Forces, and an armoured formation there. Fair bit of assault value. I think what we'll do here then, we are waiting on divisions, and I think we should have, right, the 11th Army is over here. So 11th Army is moving to Wuchang. Right, well, class been taken. And do you think you'll be sending in the turn after stream? Probably. Probably. I don't think we've got a huge amount left to do, to be honest. I think I'm seeing it buffering on my side here, so if you guys can let me know if the stream's still going, that'd be great. Okay, looks like it's no longer buffering, that's good then. Okay. So the thing is, obviously I could wait for additional reinforcements, but I think we should have enough to deal with whatever this is. Still going, that's good, man. Okay. Do we have any reconnaissance craft here? I do have the Ki-15s. Kanshan. Well, we have control of that. What I'm going to do here then is run reconnaissance over this force here. You're running reconnaissance over Changsha. 9 out of 10. So he's got fighters, bombers, some auxiliaries there. 100,000 men. It's about 52,000 men over here at Hanyang. That's going to be a tough one. Obviously, we'd have to take Changsha first. So I think what we'll do is obviously move the division to the actual river line, but not cross that. I'd rather cross... try and force him. As this stream been a bit weird. It was sort of buffering on my end, so I think it might be okay now. It was a bit weird just a second ago. So looking alright on my end. Might have been just some buffering there. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to say that this force actually moves up there. Yeah, so... they hold position here. Yeah, they hold position here. Then I need to mass some divisions to push against this force here. I mean, this force here is just a defense. Vanguard, whatever you want to call it. Road hurdle. Then, thankfully, Changsha is on this side of the river. So I can deal with Changsha. It's going to be tough, but I can deal with it. So I think we'll advance a division, the armor, the independent engineers, maybe one of the mixed brigades for the time being, to get these forces moving. And then what we'll try and do here then is leave him in a position where he either has to keep all his men over here at Changsha, that are already at Changsha, just to hold them, or move them over there. 3 units, even if they are a core as a terrain of a new hex. 2 secs. Alright, that's good to know there, Fron. The terrain here... Whoops. It would be... Can't bloody tell. I wish I could zoom in a little bit further. Maybe... clear? Maybe? I'm just gonna have to get like a bit closer here. You know what, I've literally just put my face up to the screen and I still cannot tell what it is exactly, so... maybe clear. It looks like clear as far as I can tell. Kinda. If it is, yeah, 3 units, it's nothing but a speed bump. So what we're going to do here then is we'll get everybody marching out. It's only a few miles away as well, so that's not too bad. Right, so set all to follow. Stream's been damned. What about the sheer amount of Chinese in there? You know, I feel bad actually because I've got a really awesome Chinese dude. So, Chinese dude who's in the chat. When I'm talking about Chinese here, don't take it like personal. Window blast, what? So, what am I pushing here? What's this? It's taking me through the bases, okay. So what? Windows Plus? Oh! You are some kind of wizard, aren't you? Oh, I've never known about that. Wow. Can we go deeper? Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho! Oh my god, they're not even squares, they're actually circles. Yeah, that looks like clear. This is genius. That is absolutely genius, okay. Let's get out of the Twilight Zone there. That's genuinely amused me. I've never even known about that function. I'm not even that good at computers, but that's beautiful. Just, 2 seconds. Yes. Okay, well, shit. Okay. Has science gone too far? Oh dear. That's pretty amusing. I was like entirely too amused by that. Was in real world Chinese industry quite bad? Yeah. Yeah. I can't really answer that one, to be fair, due to the fact that I really need to learn a lot more about this actual, what do we call it, period of history. I just need to learn a lot more about the Sino-Japanese War and just about China this period in general, as well about Japan this period. Okay, can you zoom in on the combat screen? Probably, yeah, but I can imagine it'd be kind of hellish. I mean, I could try it. We can try it, but see how it turns out. Okay, so we did defeat this force over here. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Very nice. Are we hitting new mayor as we pass by? We're not going to hit new mayor as we pass by. Wouldn't be worthwhile. It'd be nice, but it wouldn't be worthwhile. Okay, so that division's going to be marching to Henyang. Well, Wuchang, sorry. Though, to be fair, I'm going to have them actually march up the road towards Changsha as well. I think that'll work out quite well. They're going to be unsupported, but at least they can actually approach the city from another direction, which would be in another division to the actual party here sooner rather than later. Okay. Come closer. Yeah, closer. A little too close. Oh dear. I don't know, maybe the ship's important, but I doubt it. We'll pass by with our reconnaissance anyhow. Yeah, I'll send the 1st and leave the 18th here. 18th remains. Level 4 fortifications here, then that's good. Right, nearly level 5 at a Hankow. I do need some additional supply of river. I don't think I even really need these patrol craft. I suppose it's a worthwhile thing. Though in fairness, no ASW here. Right, dock, load supply. Not a huge amount of supply here though, to be fair. I'm gonna cancel that. Got that link when you get that second. Oh, when you get a second, yeah. Let's grab that link. Just gonna send this way down just so I don't get screwed by Google. Indeed. Oh dear. Are we hitting that airfield again in the Dutch East Indies with west of Singapore? We're going to be taking a look at that situation in a second, but I'm going to say hesitantly no at the moment. Midan is the one I think you're meaning. Okay, so I've got this troop transport over here. I could do with that at Pescadores. Right. What I'm going to do here... Hello there, pirate. I do need destroyers elsewhere. Yeah, I'm really hoping that doesn't actually get a copyright strike, so that'd be sucky. You'd suddenly find that part just all of a sudden muted. Okay. Oops. Oh, actually, we'll leave one destroyer there then, I guess. I'll throw the patrol craft in, why not? More the merrier on that run. Okay, what do I have here? So I've got the 4th Mortar Battalion. What else do we have here in Shanghai? Right, 15th AA and 21st AA. Okay, combat. 21st is over here. Let's put these guys on combat for the time being. Figure out where we want to move them later. A lot of construction units over here. A lot of engineers. But we are expanding the port, so that's fine. Okay, there's nothing really else of value to take here. So yeah, we're going to have him sent to Pescadores. Sent home to Pescadores. Well. What I need to do is actually get the 2nd Formosan Regiment out of this area. So I'm going to place him on... Yeah, we'll place him on strategic. It's only going to take a day, then we'll move him to Lingayen. Port size 1. Port size 1. Then again, I could always have him move down this way and shipped up. I think I'll do that actually. It seems like the safer way. Then we do have a larger port there, so it'll take less time. So we'll have him shipped down to Antimonan. I want to go ahead and reform the 48th Division. 6 tank regiment over here. Okay. What I'm going to do then is actually take the destroyer. Shiokaze. Right. Okay. What do we have here in port? Oh, jeez. A lot of cruiser mine layers. Ridiculous amount of cruiser mine layers. A lot of troop transports as well. One of them damaged from a collision, I believe it was. Yeah, so you can remain here for the time being, I guess. And I need to get you elsewhere, but for the time being, you remain here. Okay. So... Okay. I'm gonna have this force head down here to Naga. Obviously, that's where we're gonna have additional forces soon. I got way too many, like, cruiser mine layers in the Philippines. They're really not doing anything. I think what we need to do is actually figure out where we want to mine, for the most part. That would be a good idea. Send to Batangas instead, closer in size 3 instead of size 2. Batangas. I forget where Batangas is, actually. Oh, over there. Yeah, it is a much larger port. I mean, I'd do that, but then the issue is he, of course, still has some aircraft, still has some ships over there. So I'd love to do that, but I'm going to avoid that for the time being just because I don't want to take the risk. Right, we have our Ka-48, so we need to tell to stop going in there. Right. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is just... Well, I'll keep them on air attack, but obviously no target, and just have them rest here for the time being, get rid of that fatigue. Okay. These sallies here. Can they not be transferred to Shanghai? I can have them transferred to Pescadores. Seems they can't be sent to Shanghai, but I'll double check. Oh, they can be sent to Shanghai. Okay. Boy, do I regret doing that. I'm gonna have these Sallies transferred to Pescadores then. Reason being, it's a little bit closer to Wenchao. I was hoping that we could actually have them sent to Shanghai, but it seems the naval, sort of the aviation support isn't particularly amazing at this moment in time. I wish I was on the rail line so very badly. Said the IDAs, well, EDAs to actually train. Was that due to operation points or something? It is a size 4 port with 190 naval support. They should be able to do that. If you have some heavy cruisers or BBs near there, you can base them at Shanghai and then set up a bombardment task force to Wenchao. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, we've got the battleships over here, haven't we? Could very much use them to bombard Wenchao. Wouldn't be a bad idea. 2 days. That's actually surprisingly low there. I would have assumed it'd been higher there. Okay, so I suppose it very well might be due to the actual size of the pod then. We could have it sent to Hong Kong where it can definitely rearm then. Not that it really needs to be out here, but it's close enough to Hong Kong. We might as well go to Hong Kong at this point. Okay. Right, you're going to go to Pescadores. What I might do then is actually pick up the troops from Pescadores, give or take on the amount of... I don't know, I suppose it depends on how much capacity we have there, but then again, it's not far away, is it? You know how to use night reconnaissance on your bombard target? Yep. Obviously, set up the reconnaissance mission, then set it to a night one, I guess. th Independent Mixed will be there shortly. Okay, these divisions 414, 312, 17. So is this a level 2 fortification actually in the Hex then? Might be. They are pretty roughed up. Floodplain on BB will act as spot increase accuracy of bombardment. That's really good to know then. Obviously we'll definitely practice that. I think what we could do with... I mean, the thing is, what does this have in terms of AV? This is... 209, so it's not insignificant. Fairly big, actually. What's the detection level over here? 9 out of 10. We have more supplies than we need. I might just wait for the other mixed brigade to arrive, and at least it's going to spread the damage out. At least we'll have more AV. So I think we'll wait until the reinforcements arrive. In the meantime, obviously, the bombers can keep on pounding them in Wenzhou. Yeah. Give them time to fully rest. Ideally recover some of the damage they've sustained as well. Resources. Loading has been completed over here. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is head over to Nagasaki. Though I could head for Kagoshima, which is going to be well, more than likely, well, nowhere near as heavily patrolled. So we'll head to Kagoshima. We'll see once we're getting close. If there's no enemy, well, no submarines around that area, then we'll just head to Nagasaki. Okay. Need the rest of the 81st Naval Guard. So you're gonna head back over here. What sort of distance are we talking here? I need to know how big that unit is as well. Okay. So, a couple days worth. It is jungle. We'll see if we can actually get any detection over anything there, really. Right, additional airfield. Right. They are intended for truck. So theoretically, this playthrough could last years, couldn't it? Oh god, yeah. Oh god, yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. Just replenish here just to get that going. I mean, if you feel so inclined there, George, I'm actually out of a job at the moment, so additional patron backers would be really, really appreciated here at the moment. Thankfully starting education in September though, so that'd be great. The dream would be actually going on to uni and then going on to study Pacific history and, yeah, just really... just putting everything into this, really. That'd be incredible. Okay. Second SLF going to go up there. They're going to go around as well. Tell them to... yeah, there's no supplies here anyway. I'm not going to wait for 4 tons of supplies. He could move back into Zamboanga, but the thing is, if he moves it back into Zamboanga, it's just going to make it easy on me. I don't care about Zamboanga. It's just a means to an end there. Need supply there. I don't care. I'll dance for cash. Okay. So just looking at the post here sent to me by Infinite. Right, okay. What am I looking for here then, Infinite? By Michael75. Yep, it's not available, my dude. Bring it up over here so you can actually take a look. Yep, so this is the one I have available at the moment. Got this bad boy in A1 and A2 size. How the hell do I zoom out? I'm not a bright man. Yep, there we go. So I've got that one in A1s and A2s actually. The A2 being a total of £30, which is £25 for the print, and then £5 for the actual post and packaging. And then for the A1, it's £35, so £30 for the A1 and £5 for the post and packaging. I actually did send off a print today, and I got that postage down to £6, so that's really good. Hey, this is it. It's like I've had people ask me in the past, like, how come you don't use, like, well, have you ever thought about using a face cam? I'm like, nah. And I just can't see in any way how you guys been able to see what I'm doing, because I could be doing literally anything here. I could be doing fucking somersaults, you'd have no clue. And I can't do a somersault, but you don't know that. Right. So like that force near Zamboanga, will they auto surrender if they aren't in the jungle long enough, or do you actually have to march up to the unit and kill it? And it could eventually starve to death, and it'd be one of those things where it just shatter, but it might just eventually starve and vanish. Right, so I'm looking for Michael75. What page is this post on there, Infinite? Oh, here we go. Okay. Right. Spotting. All locations have a spotter status which gets clear during the night phase. If the ship has a float group and its mission as reconnaissance, needs to be either a day or night mission to applicable flies. And the target has not been spotted yet, the group spots for this ship and any other targets attacking the same target. A message shows any for this ship and any others attacking the same target. A message shows up if this is the case. To keep planes from flying reconnaissance all over, just set the range to 0. It doesn't matter how many planes are available, just so you have the mission. Spotted targets at night don't have the weapon penalty for night naval bombardment attacks. That's very impressive. Supply. Okay. Yeah, that's very, very impressive, man. Good, good. Okay, we can definitely do that, man. I think what I'd like to do here... Yeah, I know, it's incredible. Really wish there was some... I don't know, maybe one day there'll be some future development here. I could get the prints made at a smaller size. It's just one of these of initial costs. It's only really intended there for people that want to support the channel in that way and obviously get the print for it. I mean, of course, there's other options such as like PayPal, Patreon, just in general, Super Chats. I mean, it's not like you have to send me anything. It's appreciated if you do, but I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So we got Hosho Taiyo, Fuso, Yamashiro, Issei, Hyuga. Obviously, they're still waiting for their planes to be made ready. And the B5M1 Kates are almost ready to go. Well, I say almost ready to go a couple days of these guys. Okay. So, I think what we'll do here, then, is I'd like to frankly wait for... I don't know, then again, do we wait for any couple extra escorts? I've got two DDs there. We have... a lack of DDs there. I wonder if you could mod this game to give you more control over production. I mean, that'd be crazy cool. Yeah. Right, two DDs over there. Okay, the AA's been unloaded over here, which is really good. Yes, excellent. Excellent. Can I dock them up to get them to unload sooner? They can't dock due to the size. It's a very small dock. Oh, total dock space in Miri. Ship's already docked. Okay, that might be the issue there. It might be due to the AV. So perhaps if we take the destroyers out here. Damn, how big is this tonnage-wise? $6,850. Shouldn't be that bad, actually, then. Well, what I'll do here, then, is I'll put the APDs in with the transports here. For ASW. We are aware of well... Oh, you're docked, that's why. Right, there we go. Fantastic. That sorts that issue out. Okay, what we'll do here then. Patrol around Miri. Something like that for the time being, but until we're done unloading. And then obviously we'll head back to Indochina. Right, a couple DDs there. Of course we do have some DDs over here, but they do need some loving. What I'm going to do here then is Surface Task Force. These two destroyers, they do need some love in here. So I'm going to have them sent to Saigon to go to the repair shipyards there. And again, do we have repair shipyards elsewhere? How about Bangkok? Bangkok, no repair shipyard. So it's going to be either Saigon or the highway. But to Saigon they go. Now these torpedo boats. Going to load any troops that we have available here. Right. So I do have the 16th Naval Guard here. We do have elements of 124th Infantry Battalion. So I'm going to grab these guys for the time being then. Yeah, verify load. What I need to do here then is just get them loaded up and ready to go. I don't think I need to bother about full speed this time round. So what we're going to do here then is have them take their cargo to Kuantan, then return home. When the parachute's gone off. Yeah, that's the thing we'll get on here in just a moment. I missed orders. Sorry, I missed orders earlier from Minikiri Butai. What they're going to do over the next few turns. What we're going to do here for the time being then is Minikiri Butai. Well, to be fair, I might even have them potentially move further. I'll have them moved a little bit further. Okay, I can move about there. Though... I suppose we'll be alright there. Okay. I'll put them on normal for the time being. Okay, that's good then. Yeah, what we're going to do here then is have Baby Kidabutai. They're going to move here, and then we're going to have them move back towards Indochina. I'm going to have them link up more than likely with the escort carriers, perhaps. What I'd like to do is possibly... I mean, I could send out the battleships, but I'd like to have larger destroyer escorts, to be fair. I think the role of Mini Kidabutai is one of those where it's a little bit more difficult, because it's like, we do need carrier support in this area. I'd like to have them armed and repaired, or, well, rearmed, whatever you want to call it. But I obviously want to bring the escort carriers with them this time. So we'll have them head over there to Indochina. We'll decide on what force we're going to bring back down into the area, but we'll bring additional forces down here. I'm thinking maybe bring the battleships. Then at least we actually have some AA and some, like, punching power. As well, we're going to need a bombardment, so I think maybe battleship can be moved up to the north here. Maybe a heavy cruiser instead, like Suzuya. It wouldn't be anywhere near as effective as a bombardment. But at least I could have that escorted. I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll see how many destroyers we can rustle up, and then we'll see what we can do here. Hello there, Sat Regard. How you doing there, my friend? Good to see you. Peak World War II strategy sim. Okay. Submarines are doing their submarine things. I'll have you make your way through this channel. I wonder what it'd be like if both sides had control small ships. Oof. I mean, they are there to a degree, like... I mean, there are mods that add them in greater degrees. How many planes do these CVEs have? These CVEs have... Well, I mean, there's a total of 52 aircraft there. I could do with swapping around the actual squadrons. Or am I wrong on that? Yeah, you got A5M4 Claudes. I mean, we don't have enough Zeros to have them upgraded, but maybe in the future. Be careful moving carriers all around the map. Fuel is precious and scarce indeed, Mark. What I'm thinking there, Mark, and welcome to the stream, by the way. What I'm thinking here, then, is we actually have the combined carrier force brought down here, so Baby Kidabutai. And then what we can do is have that force escort, I don't know, either potentially the infantry on the island over here in Mindanao, or even the division that can be brought down here. So, for example, the division brought down this way. But yeah, it'd be good to actually be able to bombard Balikpapan, Tarakan, Samarinda, these ports and bases over here. That'd be a very effective support force. I mean, I suppose at the end of the day, we have to bear in mind that. But I mean, by that time, we should have Shoho ready as well. I think she's going to be arriving in... I don't know, what, about 20 days? More? Less? Less? Ship availability. ETA. Shoho will be here in 15 days and she'll arrive with some A5M4s and B5M1Ks. Speed's very good. Okay. Yeah, so Shoho will arrive in about 15 days. I'm going to imagine in about 15 days we'll probably be gearing up for that sort of operation down here at Borneo. Ideally sooner. But we'll see. But obviously if we can... I think we'll have 2 escort carriers, 3 light carriers. Let's see, when do we gain any additional carriers? So... 15 days until Shoho. 78 days until Yunyo. I suppose the question comes down to, oh, do not bombard oil centers. Yeah, that's a good point, there. That's a good point. I suppose at the end of the day, we do need these oil centers. But yeah, we'll have them on station then for the AA and obviously for the defensive value that they bring against surface assets. The B-17 has been raided in Borneo known some time though. That's correct. We do have some zeros admittedly, about 9 of them. We do have some AA here, we have some AA over here as well. The oil situation, we're not repairing the facilities here at the moment because it consumes 1,000 points of supply per point repaired, so it's not worth it at the moment. I don't know if it'd be worth it at any point really. Yeah, some Ryuho. Oh, we need to get all. We need to conquer the entirety of the Dutch East Indies. Everything and then more, really. But the Dutch East Indies would keep us going, but we need it all. Okay. So we're accelerating the construction of Yunyo and Hio. Is it worthwhile as continuing to accelerate? Kasagi. Ikoma. If only Shinano, you were worthwhile. Yes, Taiho I really want. I don't know, is it worthwhile accelerating the construction of the escort carriers? Speed's slow. It's not terrible, but it's obviously slow. They don't appear to arrive with any aircraft. Repair and marine, and you agree on that. Okay, we can repair the actual oil then. I suppose we can leave the refineries. Okay, we'll begin to repair that. Um, 1942, 31st of May, 25th of November. I mean, at the moment we're accelerating the 2 fleet carriers. I wish I had them now, to be honest. I can't wait to get Yamato. I know she's like a cow when it comes to consuming fuel, but she sure is sexy. Hello there, Infinite. So, Infinite, are you saying you're actually going to mod the game or creating a mod where you can actually produce ships, are you? Is that what you're saying? Because if so, I would be rather intrigued. Yeah, indeed, escort carriers have no air groups. I mean, that makes things a wee little bit difficult. So perhaps not worthwhile. It's a shame that they don't arrive with any. Something to bear in mind. That's going to be around about 47 days. Oh, you're writing your own game? Wow, that's impressive, my dude. Let me know if you need some sort of cloud to try it out. Would love to hear more about that, Infinite. If you'd like an actual Discord channel setting up, obviously on the actual channel, well, channel in the groups, whatever the fuck you want to call it, do let me know and I'll get you that set up if you'd like. You might be able to see if there's anybody else who could possibly help in any other way then. Okay. Right. Well, I think we'll have a think on this one, decide on that. It might be worthwhile just constructing, well, accelerating destroyers more than anything. 62 days, 66, sorry, 62, 76, yeah. We don't get that many in 42, do we, really? Let's see. More than likely. Right. So what I'm going to do here then, let's check. So if I put that to normal, and normal, okay. Normal here as well, I believe is 105. So with everything running normal there, if I went to the destroyers, so date of arrival, queued. They'd arrive in 42, okay. Now if I put them onto acceleration, so we could manage practically all of them. Though we would be losing ship points at that rate there. Again, I don't think they... I don't know, would it actually matter considering the fact that they're queued? So the total heavy industry consumed in construction of Yamato is 172 times 3 times 233, so 120,228. A fighter between... so Yamato equals 2,839 aircraft. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. It's glorious, no. Okay, so if I had these accelerated just to 2 there, if I went back to CVs. Yeah. Same bloody case, it seems. The Musashi is worse since the, yeah. You pay for it for longer, so 355 times 233 times 3 equals 248,145 heavy industrial. Or 6,892 fighter aircraft. Oh dear. I know the math supported. The Codex Astartes does not support this action. But if I get Yamato Musashi this game, I can always play the card part. Oh, it was my first play by email. Oh, I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. Moving on from that debacle, we'll consider that with the actual accelerations, etc., etc. Okay. Now, this is the big thing here. So what I'm going to do here then is actually save this, make sure it's double saved. Well, saved just now, just in case. And then what we're going to do here. Okay. So I've got the actual transports. And I've also got a submarine over here awkwardly. Why are you here? Oh yes, you're really, really kind of fucked up, aren't you? Okay. You could ideally do a going to Saigon, to be honest. But you're alive, so that's good. So I-124, yeah, you got a little bit of a journey ahead of you. How about you go cruise speed? Though you are here now. That's a lot of major damage, okay, so I can't really do anything about that. So you're going to head into Saigon. Well, head to Saigon so you can actually repair. Cruise speed, fuel consumption of Yamato is likely 14.2, okay. Oh dear. True, true. We're just going to go over actually setting up our paratroopers. Yeah, the supply's been unloaded here. Yeah, I'm really glad because we do need that supply here in Malaya. Definitely. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Shiza. I was hoping that we could split that unit up, but it seems it's not actually able to be done. Well, we could maybe get away by actually having transport aircraft over there and fly them there. Okay. I wish I'd brought 2 of them now. But this will kick him up the arse. Get the 2 divisions ready to go. Martha, get the shotgun. I can stay here for the time being. Right, 3 days. Okay. So what we're going to do here then, I need to get supply to, well, really force it down there. So you're not taking supply. Singora, no supply. I don't need that much supply. That Thai aviation unit could be very handy, but yeah. Okay. So, how far are we from Malacca? Well, sorry, from Kuala Lumpur. A few days out. Okay. So I'm looking at the Yokosuka 3rd SLF. I suppose I could have others drop, but obviously the Yokosuka would be better at it. Right, as far as I can tell, 9 out of 10 detection. I mean, there's a case for maybe taking Malacca, but then again, like, taking Malacca... What do you guys reckon, then? Not as great detection there. Would I be better off... I mean, if we land at Malacca, will I gain control of the bases behind the lines? Will they fall to my control? And if that's the case, then we'll try at Malacca. I mean, I think I'm more or so guaranteed a shot if I land at Kuala Lumpur. Really need some advice on this one, guys. I'd appreciate advice there, Infinite, as well, if you're in the chat. Obviously, with your veteran status. Do we land at Malacca? Or do we land at Kuala Lumpur? I'm somewhat tempted to land at Malacca. Because at least then we prevent him from closing this area and sending troops to that base there. I mean, it's an interesting question. And let's double check. We'll double check what the actual units can, well, what the aircraft can transport. Right, let's take you for example. So 15, 15, 14, okay. And just for example, troop transport. I can imagine them looking at it like, oh shit. Right. So the question is, we've got 3 squadrons of transports here. Should I, and is this possible? Because it's like we see here at Kuala Lumpur and Malacca. We do have the Yokosuka 3rd SLF here, which is obviously the parachutists. What I'm thinking about is if I land the Yokosuka 3rd SLF over here, obviously the paratroopers, if I land them at Malacca, am I able to then have another unit, like, say, for example, the 16th Naval Guard, or even the 124th or whatever, transported over here to Kuala Lumpur? Could I do that? And would that be potentially a wise move then to obviously send the parachutist to Malacca, ideally score Malacca? What I'd love to do, if I could take both bases, if I could take Kuala Lumpur and Malacca in the same day, or potentially the same time. And this is it. It's a very big risk in the fact that he may very well have troops there that our reconnaissance has missed. I can't be certain he doesn't have troops there. The reconnaissance is somewhat saying, hey, there's no troops there. But we don't know. And it is a little bit scary. So, I suppose this is it. I'd appreciate the advice on this one. I mean, I could have, like, all 3 transport squadrons dedicated to getting the Yokosuka there this turn if they could. And this is it. It might be worthwhile transporting one of them. I don't know. I wish I could see how things turn out, you know, the day after. Oh dear. Obviously, we do have escorts for both of these flights, or all of these flights, of course. So obviously we could escort the area in a big way. I'd probably send a sweep there just beforehand. Aye. There may well not be troops there right now. He has concentrated all his men in Davao, the Philippines, to one location. He's in Singapore and must sing those troops. Yeah, maybe. Oh, so I can't drop. Okay. So can I not drop the parachutist then? Let's just double check. Right, enemy base selected. Surely the Yokosuka must be different. Right, so only the Yokosuka can do it. Okay. Now that makes a lot more sense. Right, well we still have the opportunity here then. So what I could potentially do then is have one of them transport troops there to Kuala Lumpur. The other 2 could transfer the troops there to Malacca. Yeah, I think it'd give him a shot up the arse if we actually could get troops down there in 2-3 days, rather than weeks, you know what I mean? Number of units in Mersing indicates that the ones north are just a holding force. I also going to take the rest off here. Yeah, it is indeed a time. That's good to know. Okay, I think what we'll do then is we'll have 2 squadrons sent to Malacca, 1 to Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, they're going to be taking off the rest here in just a second. It's going to get them set up and then I'll stop them resting. But I mean, once we actually take control of the base, I can actually transfer troops over there. Wow, look what happened at Comac. Right, there we go. Look at the LCU screen. Yeah. All the other landing forces are out in the Pacific at the moment. Okay, so no rest. No rest. No rest. Kuala Lumpur. Malacca. Okay, how many squads is there? 22 squads. I think the home rules is no single squads at base, and that should work out. I don't know, something like that. I think we'll be alright. I'm going to set that objective. Ultimately, I suppose for Singapore. Okay, so what we're going to do here then is have these zeros go out in force. Yeah. Altitude of air going at 6,000. I'll increase that to about 10,000. I don't know if that has an effect, really. Is it a... dear. Let's see if I can find it in the actual manual. That'd be helpful. Because that would certainly be very good information to bear in mind. Shockingly so. Parachute infantry, 179. Make objective the drop target. Okay, we'll do that in just a second. Also, it would give them, I suppose, the advantage there for planning, even if it is tiny. Prep effect drops, right, drops the, affects the efficiency. Okay. Actually did not tell me Jack. Okay. Well, we'll have them planned for Malacca then, I guess. But again, two squadrons of transport are going down here to Malacca, so obviously more troops can be sent that way. Yeah, they do not model, yeah, Halo jumps. Right, I'll have them plan for Kuala Lumpur, so obviously I need Kuala Lumpur above all. In that case, is it worthwhile to actually send them? Yeah, okay. We'll send another squadron to Kuala Lumpur. Probably for the best. Though, bugger it, I'll go for Malacca. One at Malacca, yeah. One there, two there. Go big or go home, right? Right, 6k just in case. Okay, that works for me. Okay. So we'll have the zero sweep over both. Okay. Give them the drop tanks just in case. So they're going to sweep Kuala Lumpur. These guys will sweep over Malacca just in case. Then this zero squadron escort to Malacca. And I also do have these bad boys. But I'm going to leave them on combat air patrol, I reckon. KI-43Bs can escort to Kuala Lumpur. Right, so 2 sweeps set up. Malacca, Kuala Lumpur. Escort to Malacca. Yeah, we're going to have troops sent to Kuantan this turn, actually. So elements of the 124th are going to be sent from Kota Bru. They're going to be loaded on torpedo boats and then transferred down to Kuantan. I was hoping that that force there at Kuantan could take it with just the guns, but they can't. So infantry has to shift over there. So they're going to be shifted ideally this turn. True, but I'm just going to make sure. I'd rather it not be the case. Right. Have a base force made ready. Let's get these elements out of here. Pretty patrol bones. But again, I might as well leave behind one unit. I'm nearly finished on that. Actually, they can stay here then for the time being, I suppose. Let them finish that airfield expansion to level 4, then that's fine, we'll get out. Okay, have the Imperial Guard Division on strategic. If I could get something moving now, that'd be amazing. Yeah, that's true. Shame about Quantan is, well, thing about Quantan is obviously it's quite damaged, but that's fine. We'll just make use of it. Don't think I could send the Thai troops. One day. Good, excellent, okay. So all we needed was just to have one unit able to use the rail lines immediately. And we can. We'll have one regiment ready to move immediately. So they're going to be shifted over to Taiping next turn. Have them begin planning for Singapore. Yep, so that's excellent news. Let's double check that I can't combine anything here just in case. Doesn't look like it. I'll shift up that AA. Superb. I remain here. The armor can continue to move down. So ideally that works. Okay. So we're going to hope and pray that we capture one or both. I mean, ideally both bases. Ideally both. And if it doesn't work, then it'll suck, but ideally it does work. Ideally it does. And if it does, then that would be amazing. I mean, it'd go a long way in helping us regain some of our honor here. Have you hit Johor Bahru or Singers with bombers lately? Not for a while. Not for a little, well, not for a few days. From what I can see here, there's 55 bombers at Singapore. There's a couple bombers over here. He has a couple aircraft down over here. I've been trying to just allow the bombers just to recover, really. Morale's back. Well, gaining again, which is good. $67. I do have the Ki-48s over here as well. So I think what we'll do here then, I mean, if we can secure one of these bases, ideally Malacca, if I could secure Malacca. Air capacity 2, air capacity 1, yeah. If I could secure Kuala Lumpur and Malacca, ideally just either or. Yeah, the good news is if I secure Malacca, that cuts his rail line up over that way too. And the dream here would be to then really outmaneuver him. So to be honest, let's see. I'm going to have you remain here in Kuala Lumpur. Sorry, in Alone Star, I think it is. I'll type in, god damn it. Okay. I'm going to have you put in strategic, so it's going to take 2 days. So one of the armoured units is going to continue to move down, but one of the 14th Tank Regiment is going to be readied to move strategically. So next turn... So they'd be here theoretically on the 14th. Theoretically. Now, ideally, I mean, this should take him longer due to the jungle terrain, but ideally what I'd like to do here then, I suppose the issue is obviously I'm going to have to move these forces here. He'd obviously just move down here, wouldn't he? So what's it? Road's better here. A little worse there. But ideally, it might be worthwhile just... I don't know. We don't know what the actual size of this unit is over here. I can imagine it's going to be... I don't know. Depends, really. He'll probably have something in the way of garrison there just in case. But I don't imagine he'll have a lot in the way of garrison. But it could be very... I don't know. We'll see what happens. It might just be worthwhile just have a unit that can move very quickly. Is all I'm saying, really. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, to be honest. That'd be good. That'd be good. I think beyond that, unloading the AA here. Subs out here, obviously we get subs going. 2 subs over here. Now we'll go with sub mine lane. Now go load the mines. I do not mind lay mines for the moment. What I'm going to do here is... I might mine Muntok. Then again, I don't think mining Muntok's a good idea. Could I mine there? I'll attempt it, but if I could mine the entrance to the river... I don't know if you can mine rivers, but if I could mine this area here, perhaps we might pick up something on its way out from Palembang. I mean, if there's anything coming out of Palembang, but then again, I imagine there's probably something. He might even just be... Yeah. It might make a lot... probably makes a lot more sense if he's actually having it transferred to Osthaven and then here to Merrick. So I think I'll have them sent to Merrick again to be... for the time being. But we'll see what we can do. We did see that we hit a tanker over here, so that would make sense if he's doing that. Would make sense, because obviously there's a tanker there, so that's intriguing. Indeed. Right, you're not really going to do anything there, are you? Control around this area. Yeah, we'll go for that. Mine lay that area. Okay. Undetected. 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 That's good. You're detected. You're detected. So he's definitely got some sort of... yeah, some sort of reconnaissance out here. Okay, those engineers arrived. Could do with this being sent perhaps to Davao. Airfield size 2. Cotabato 2. I'm going to say go to Davao, but at least we've got some engineers there. Though I do have plenty of engineers in the Philippines, I think I'd rather this go elsewhere. So we'll decide on what we could do here. Okay. You could head down, potentially down here. I'll send you there. Well, then again, actually, those engineers wouldn't be... they wouldn't go and base over here at truck, to be fair. So go to truck. What do we have here? I've got the army headquarters. Engineers. Yeah, quite a few engineers. Quite a few road construction too. I'm kind of tempted to take the engineers to the Pacific, but then again, the engineers would be very welcome in Borneo. I don't have to take them all. Kind of tempted to take the army headquarters elsewhere. But then again, obviously I don't want to be landing that, do I? Difficult decision here. Well, not particularly, but you know what I mean. I think what I'll do here then is pick up the first independent engineers. Not a huge amount of space, to be fair. Can I grab the naval construction? Not allowed, okay. Okay, I'll just grab that unit then, that works fine for me. Low troops only. Then again, yeah, grab some, that'll be fine. Except load. Okay, dock up so you can load up quickly. Then what I'm going to tell you to do is... well, principally I'm going to have them head towards truck to begin with, and then obviously we'll send them elsewhere as we need to. Right, so you're heading back to Tulagi. You're heading out from Tulagi. Oh, you've got additional... yeah, additional artillery over here, fantastic. Additional fuel here as well, which is good news. And supply. Very good. Right. Undetected. Undetected. 2 submarines here. Just head down that way. To be fair, I might have them both head over that way. Yeah, I'll have them both head that way. Yeah, you're the one heading back to Trunk. Another 2 submarines over here. Okay, that's good news then. So we'll have a few extra submarines here in the area then shortly. Time it's allowed. I think I'll just have them... Well, actually, no, keep them on escort. No, then again, we'll go on surface combat, but just on cruise speed is fine. Okay, just a couple there with a layered combat air patrol. Then again, they need all the advantage they can get. They're just, well, then again... Actually, to be fair, we'll have your A5 M4s down at 15,000. Not a bad idea. Obviously, then they're going to be closer to the actual bombers and etc. So zeros that we want, obviously, going up against the enemy's fighters. Search, yep, naval attack 10,000, 7 hexes. Normal radius is 6, really, but we'll have you out there. If you can make it, then at least you drop in, but... I'll just have you at 7, obviously still doing a bit of search in the meantime. 8,000. Obviously, I complain about lack of torpedoes on board some ships. That's fine, you can use bombs then afterwards. And this is it, I mean, it's obviously better them using torpedoes, but at least the bombs aren't bad either. Right. So you're going to attack again. That's fine. Wait for the reinforcements to arrive, you're moving out. B detachment's moving. The rest are going to, yeah, just rest. Going to rest again here. Let the bombers do the work. That's heading back north. These forces are going to begin to march. Additional forces are going to be marching. These forces will arrive back in friendly territory next turn. You're on your way back. It's going to take a couple of days, but you're on your way back. You're there. You're there. You're there. Most of the men are marching. The brigade over here is marching. We've got transports moving to Pescadores. We've got transports, yeah, transports moving to Pescadores along with escorts. Cargo. We've got additional patrol boats here. Set it up somewhere like that. We'll have additional patrol boats shortly. That's going to be good. Yeah, still going, my dude. We're just setting up some patrols here just for the time being. What we're going to do is actually... Do I actually have any patrols there? I do have some sub-chasers there, okay. Just making sure these guys have their patrol pattern set up. I'm glad that works. No mines here. Northern Army headquarters. We do have resources moving from China. As far as it goes for actually moving oil from Borneo, not yet. Too dangerous. Well, I think it caught on to it pretty quick. We'll secure the area a little bit more before we do that. Should not take too much longer, to be fair. Do we have range? No, looks beyond range. Okay. Yeah, just run reconnaissance then over Balikpapan. At least then we can build our detection back up, get an idea of what has got there. Okay, and I would say... Alright, these forces. Clear and return to truck. Clear, return to truck. Well, Quadraline. I'm having the submarines pulled back. I'm going to reorganize them. But we know there's assets out here, so we'll hunt them down. We know there's submarine... Well, we know there's carriers around here, so we'll try to deal with that. I'm going to set these guys up for another shot at the carriers. Have another go at that. Something like that. They're heading back. Yoptron Johnston. Yoptron around this area. Okay, we've sorted that. Okay. I'd say with that we are done with the turn. Pretty sure. Don't think we've got anything that we missed here. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. They're gonna rest. We rested in Art. Clark, obviously we've got those troops moving down there. I'd say with that we are pretty much ready to go. I could do with picking up these troops at Bataan. Especially having the, yeah. Obsessive Bow. Get them moving, actually. Do we still have subs going to Palmyra? We've got a submarine at Palmyra. We've got a second submarine moving to Palmyra. Yeah, one of these... well, that's Johnson. We've got one moving there to Palmyra. And we have one just around Pago. That's going to actually change its patrol pattern to go like this. These subs are set up there. Those subs in the south are coming back. Though, what's endurance-wise? 5325. Yeah, you're going to continue to head north. Yep, okay. You're going to patrol around here. You're going to patrol here. You're going to patrol there. What we'll do is we'll have this one... I don't know. We'll see what we pick up on this way here, because we could have one of these actually transfer. We could have both of them head down here to Sydney. Obviously, try and build detection level up there in that area. Okay. So you're heading south. That's good. Mission speed low. Yep, that's fine. Right, yo. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much here for watching here today. I'd like to say, if you have enjoyed this, and you would like to see my content continue, and you'd like to support me in my hour of darkest need, you would be able to do so as by becoming a patron, or donating via PayPal, all that good jazz. Prints are available. If you'd like a print, get in contact with me, and we'll have it arranged out and sent pretty damn quickly. But again, don't feel you have to. It's one of those where if you want to, please do consider it, but don't feel forced. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching, and Tenno Haka Banzai. Let us hope for the best next turn. Thank you, and goodbye. Until next time.